What's up, guys? Welcome into Rover Sports. Let's lock and let's load. Let's freaking roll here on Rover Sports. And today we are going to be looking at Denver and we're going to be looking at the Dallas Cowboys. And, looking here at this second quarter of play, this is one of Denver's touchdown drives. It was 7-all at the time. Believe we had DeMarcus Walker Lawrence, I believe his name is, number 90, making a huge play on Trevor Siemian. But here we go. We are now in coach's film, and Virgil Green is being utilized out of the backfield here by Trevor Siemian and Denver. It's a quick passing game that Denver is able to utilize versus the Dallas Cowboys. 2nd and 1, they go ahead and get a first down with C.J. Anderson on the carry. So Anderson gets a nice push. It sucks that Garrett Bowles is hurt now. That offensive line now, they're probably going to have to put Stevenson back in the lineup now, because you did have Garrett Bowles there. You do have Paradas, Garcia, Leary. So, you have some good linemen inside. And, Denver is physical. Mike McCoy has brought some life into this offense. And they are utilizing Trevor's strengths. And you know what Trevor's strengths are? Getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Here you see Trevor. This is actually this is one of Trevor's best throws of the game. I'm not ready to say Trevor's going to be incredible, but Trevor in this game, the matchup was perfect. He has to throw anticipatory balls. Look at there how Trevor Siemian threw it on his back shoulder because Lee was coming over. Lee read it perfectly, and Benny Fowler is really a weapon for this Denver team. You see here the angle. The throw is away from Sean Lee against Jalen Smith, who's essentially a rookie because of all the injuries that he's had so far in his career. I'm really happy, though, to see Smith playing football. Really good story, good kid, and happy to see him on the field. Play action. So this is one of Trevor Siemian's. This is one of his signature moves. So Trevor Siemian, he's the king of the sidestep, like he's a shortstop, and there the tackle is just trying to get the guy inside so that Trevor can sidestep and throw with a wide open pocket. And Anthony Brown was picked on quite a bit. Everybody around the league loves Anthony Brown, but Anthony Brown does have shortcomings from Purdue. There's a reason he's a 6th-round pick because of the measurables and things. But here Anthony Brown just backpedaling. It's just easy pickings there. Siemian sees this from the get-go, and it's an easy completion out to, I believe, Fowler again, who's a lot bigger than Brown. And as long as the defensive tackle, Rod Marinelli should have been saying to the defensive lineman the entire game, or whoever is going to play Denver next, if I'm Sean McDermott, you can't go inside on Siemian because Siemian will always utilize this move with his feet. So you got to stay outside and trap Siemian in the pocket, all right? So then he doesn't have room to drive and easily complete that ball, Again, Siemian, look, there's so much room for, I don't like off coverage at all. Siemian here gets an open run, and Siemian's playing fast football. The thing I like, this is one of my favorite balls from Trevor Siemian. Aggressive, like it a lot. Throwing it into a window. You could just tell, even though Benny makes a nice play on the ball, Byron Jones happens to usher him out. Trevor Siemian is a different guy in this Mike McCoy offense because I like how he's not thinking. He's not tentative. He's not squeezing the ball. He's not worried like he was playing New England. He's not shell-shocked like a freaking Kubiak offense is. And, John Morton, there's so many coordinators in the league that are just like, don't, turn the freaking ball over. And I don't like those those coordinators like John Morton of the Jets, or like Rick Dennison, who's probably teaching up Tyrod, because then you can't play confidently. And at the quarterback position, you need to flat out think. You know what I mean? You need to just react. You need to see a play, you need to react, you need to trust your read and trust yourself, and that's what Trevor did tremendously here. He trusted himself. All right. So listen, all right? Here is going to be Jeff Heath, and the play is obvious if you watch here. 83, who's a new tight end that they have, that Denver, that's a athletic blocking like rookie guy. He's blocking the whole way. So essentially, I know that this coach's film, I know that it's like really far out. It's a little hard to see. But essentially, this play is a very easy read. It's a great design play from Mike McCoy. A lot of this is designed, all right? So you're going to have CJ, and you're going to have Jeff Heath, and he's running a dead sprint to cover CJ out of the backfield. Siemian, he doesn't care about any of these other guys, and this guy's blocking, so everybody knows this play's going to Anderson. So Jeff Heath, he's in a dead heat to try to get after CJ Anderson. Anderson puts on an incredible cut, an incredible back cut on Jeff Heath here, one-on-one isolation, and Heath, it just gets completely schooled by CJ Anderson, and it's totally awesome. Anderson, schools Jeff Heath out of his shoes, and then Anderson, everybody's blocking downfield because the play is premeditated, and it's a touchdown. Let's see if we can get a better view here of the play, of the CJ play. We are going to get it. We are going to get a very nice view. So here is Heath. Here is CJ Anderson. This is a special play here. Watch the back cut. Unfortunately, it cuts out on us a bit, but by that time when he gets the ball, it's nighty-night. It's lights out, and everybody's blocking downfield. The ref probably could have called a penalty on 83 to tight end for Denver for blocking prematurely, but I'm not 100% sure on the rules for this. Alrighty, so here we go. End of the first half. As we continue to move on here, end of the first half here for Trevor Siemian. This is a nice throw out. Jamal Charles is a guy that I'm glad that they're getting him confidence. With an older back, like look at how Sean Payton's treating Adrian Peterson. He's treating him like he's just any old football player. And it's good that Denver, when they signed Jamal Charles, I just thought, this is like another over-the-hill running back. Most people don't even know that Charles is playing for Denver. But look at him. He's showing some speed. And he seems to really be enjoying playing for the bitter rival of Kansas City in Denver. And this is really good blocking, too. That's a tremendous block from Janovich there to seal that block. The fullback there. I know PFT commenter would love that fullback block there by Andy Janovich there because he assists this play perfectly. Everybody's blocking really well, right side of the line. Everybody getting bodies on bodies. And again, you got to like the guards of Denver. You got to like Garcia, who's been there a long time. He happens to spring this play, and Paradas has been there a very long time. Here's the sidestepper again, guys. Again, if you are Buffalo, please do not especially if you're going to play off coverage like Brown's doing, way too much cushion. Here it is. There's the move, the sidestep, and the throw. You got to keep Trevor in a pocket. You can't just rush inside and be undisciplined. And Marinelli, unfortunately, it was only the second game of the season, but here you're going to see the sidestep of Siemian, and 97 there decides to dip in. He can't get the sack, gives up leverage, and Simeon's able to then have the clear lane. So what I want to see Buffalo do is I want to see those guys just stick in their gaps so that if you're going to play off coverage with Trey White, or you're going to play off coverage with your cornerback like Gaines or whoever they're trotting out there, then you are going to need to not let Trevor get to his left because Trevor loves that sidestep move, all right? And thank you, Coach's Film, for doing that. Coach's film, in all seriousness, is very nice, but sometimes it can even be a little prickly to me. So I think it's a 2-minute warning. That's why Coach's film decides to go in and out here as we are trying to rock and roll here on Rover Sports. So here's Siemian again, Trevor, and again, it's Brown again. What can Brown do for you? He can give you yards if you're the Denver Broncos. Emmanuel here, going to get a nice little pick play. He dips under here beautifully, beautifully sealed. And Emmanuel is still incredibly quick. I think the guy must be in his 30s now. And there's wide receivers that are in their late 20s, like Knicks, like Victor Cruz, that were really great, tremendous players. But Emmanuel Sanders, he just seems ageless, and it's rare. Here you're going to see a nice play by Trevor. Again, confidence continues to grow. And Marinelli, this was a great matchup for Siemian because Marinelli, he knows sometimes that his personnel of Nolan Carroll, he knows he's trotting out Adobe Awuzie and a lot of rookies. He will give you yardage. And your job is to be patient. And Trevor Siemian, he happens to be patient. And it's a great game plan for Mike McCoy. If I'm Buffalo, I'm making Siemian beat me on go routes. I'm making Demarius double move you instead of just letting Demarius curl. So, wow. Skipped ahead. We have the Emmanuel Sanders touchdown. Of course, that climax, it was skipped. But here we go, guys. We are going to get right back to this. And again, it's another one where I don't know if it's Jeff Heath per se, but somebody is getting faked out of their shoes. I think it's actually Jordan Lewis. Jordan Lewis is on the game. He's one-on-one. It's play action. It's Emmanuel versus Jordan. And again, Denver practices just like Trevor does this footwork drill. Watch the footwork of Emmanuel. Watch the sidestep. Watch the fake. And Jordan Lewis is on skates, on the slip and slide in the mile high. Touchdown, Denver. Let's go to third quarter play while we're still with this program here on Rover Sports. Seeing Denver, very, very interesting. Believe McManus did attempt a field goal on one of these series, and it was running into the kicker, which propelled it. C.J. Anderson, great blocking along the left side of the line there for Denver again. Let's see here. We have 72 there. Who's going to get out? Everybody pinches. Oh, that's a tremendous block again from Andy. If only Nebraska players can continue to play like Andy. Great coverage there, actually, by Anthony. Bouncing back. Anthony Brown does show some good things on tape. He played very well versus the Giants for all that is worth. He had some high points. But here you're seeing, Dallas getting tired. And here you see great line from the interior line. Hats on hats. Great block there from, I believe, Garcia in the second level, or 75, which might be Leary. So you're seeing C.J. Anderson running it well. C.J. has pep in his step. Everybody's gaining confidence in this offense. Terrible coverage right here. Terrible coverage. Believe it might be Heath again. Everybody's playing zone on this particular play. So let's see here. I don't know how they lost him. Yeah, it's zone. He cut him right across. Miscommunication between Heath and Anthony Brown. I think before this is all said and done, we're going to get Trevor Siemian going to his left, his patented throw. Yeah, that's a soft cushion, but that's a dart. So basically, Brown is backing up, yielding yards. Great undercut. This play is really hard to defend. Mike McCoy is making this really freaking simple. Even Trevor isn't moving his eyes. Trevor Siemian was deadly accurate in this game. The ball was coming out quickly. He's not the type of guy right now that is going to be like, a Cam or a Flacco or just throw the prettiest of deep balls. But this, the NFL is kind of evolving into a short passing game, and ironically, this is kind of what I think McAdoo wants to make Eli. But Trevor Siemian, I mean, the reason why he isn't, the reason why he was a 7th rounder and he's not incredible is because, the reason why Paxton is a 1st rounder is because you watch these guys throw in shorts and there's nothing special about Siemian. His arm strength is capped where Paxton, throws a prettier deep ball. Bottom line is Siemian, his footwork is awesome. He picks up concepts well. He gets the ball out of his hands well. So there's a lot of things that Siemian is doing to improve on his play. C.J. Anderson, screen pass, very defendable. Heath overruns it really bad. Again, you see Heath, everybody's overrunning it. Just a sloppy game by Anthony Brown and especially Jeff Heath. Heath's going to have to get better, and startup disc is about to head out. We're going to then, I believe, get Anderson. He's going to get into the end zone pretty soon. 3rd and 2, we actually get a little play action fake and a wide open Virgil Green for a score. So that's a little bit of Broncos offense, guys, and very confident Siemian keeping Dallas on the field, moving the chains, a great game plan by McCoy. We will see what they can do versus a stout Buffalo defense on the road. Will Buffalo force Siemian to go deep and double move them? We will see. Thanks a lot, guys, for stopping by.